Which way should I be facing? There we go. In the sun. Oh, too much sun. So a question was asked to me of how do I organize the car, truck, whatever you want to call it, and the trailer for when we travel. And that's a great question. And I realized that I haven't really ever addressed that. So since we're packing up, we're in this lovely BC recreation site where we spent the night, and we're going to be packing up, and I will show you, because I'm a big believer in everything in its place. No, a place for everything and everything in its place. So let me show you. Sorry about the light. I can't really move the sun. So we'll start with the driver's side door. I always have squirty or hand sanitizer. I've got some bug spray in there that I'm testing out. And I always keep at least 1 or 2 spare dog leashes handy, because I've had to, you know, help the off-leash dogs with 0 recalls who are running through parking lots. Now you understand why it's such a peeve of mine. Next, the center console. I actually don't keep much in my center console, to be honest. It's more just kind of like the miscellaneous things. So spare change. I have my provincial parks passport, so whenever I go to a provincial park I get the sticker and I can stick it in there. Just other little odds and ends. Nothing really earth-shattering. Now we're in the passenger side. So, visor napkins. Always have visor napkins. They're convenient, they're an easy place to put it, and people make fun of me until they try it, and then they are hooked. Glove box, a user manual, dogs documents are always in there. Plastic bags, I always have plastic bags. Sometimes I also keep a collapsible cup. I keep that for a couple of reasons. One, for the odd time that I actually remember to grab it when I go into a coffee shop, but also if you happen to find a dog or someone who needs water, it's a great way to give them water. I don't keep bottles of water. I hate the idea of hot plastic. And King's Antsy Pantsy. More bug spray, sunblock, and more dog-friendly bug spray for those times when someone absolutely needs it, right? Lily, protector of the campground. The residents can sleep soundly knowing that Lily is on guard. Oh, hi. I don't keep a lot of stuff in the seat or on the seat because it can be, A, it can attract attention if it's anything valuable, and B, it becomes airborne if you're in a collision. But I do keep things like water bottles, like the heavy ones for the dogs, because they always need water. And when we're traveling, wet wipes. And then on the floor, I'll keep things like my shoes if they need to be dried or things like that, or anything that I need in a hurry. And I'll keep a towel or something over top of it, just so that if there is anything in there, you can't really see it if you peek in. And I always have, when I travel, a travel logbook, because I'm a nerd. And on the back of the passenger side seat, I'll keep my extra jackets and coats and things like that, so they're quick. They're there, they're always accessible, and I can grab them in a moment's notice. Now the back seat is all about the dogs. So the dogs, and I'm sure if you've watched this any length of time, you've seen the dog sitting in the back seat with, their long lines on, just with the door open, and that's why. To them, it's almost like their crate, which is weird because they don't like crates at home. Do you have a driver's license? People are gonna lose their mind until they realize door is wide open and you guys put yourself in there because I guess you like the warm, you weirdo. So I've got blankets and I've got a seat protector on that, obviously, because they're dogs and they're dirty. Not dirty, they just get messy. And then I also put water jugs and my 12-volt cooler. And they're kind of wedged in there, so they don't really move easily, but it extends the back seat for them. So they have a little bit more space so that they're not, paws aren't hanging off. It makes them uncomfortable. This way they can, it's almost like a little seat extender. You want in? He's like, yes, I do. Yeah, you're silly. You're silly. You're cute. I'll leave them there for, yes, those are my shoes. I just noticed that. I'd forgotten I put them up there. I don't know if it's true, but I've often heard, well, I think it's true. UV light will kill germs. So if I have like, my socks have gotten wet and they've gotten stinky, I'll put them out. I've actually put them in the dashboard, not while I'm driving because that's gross. But like if we're parked somewhere and it's sunny, I'll throw my socks out there and they dry. And if we're someplace where, you know, we're not going to be seeing anyone, yes, my unmentionables have also been put out in the sun on the dash to dry. Because I'm worried about germs, but you know, anyway. So back seat, or sorry, the trunk cargo space. This is where basically everything goes. So my privacy tent, my electronics, battery pack, my comfy chair, which the dogs love, any beer that may have been consumed, you know, picked up to brought back as liquid souvenirs, that all goes in there. And my latest maybe unnecessary purchase, but I absolutely love it, is this little lamp. Now, my friend Rambling with Juniper got me onto this. So yes, peer pressure, it's not just for smoking. Look at how cute that is. So that goes in here. The Band-Aids have just kind of been floating around. So I'll be packing this up. So it's my comfy chair. I brought my screen tent just in case. Drone. Oof. Don't judge me. My backpack. Fire extinguisher. I forgot to mention the dog food too. The trailer's tongue box. So I get garbage. The dog's harnesses, their long lines, the mat. The stairs go in the back of the car because it can't fit here. I Tetris it all onto there. I've also got tarps, ropes. I brought my shower this time. Check out how I made it. Did use it. It was kind of nice. It was kind of nice. And then all my empties and stuff like that, because of course I'm going to take those all back. This is just very odds and ends, odds and sods type of thing. Nothing that I could, if I forgot it, I wouldn't be upset. Let's put it that way. Oh, with the exception of my duty bags and my toilet. I'd probably be upset about that because then I have to stoop and scoop. That's just gross. To the trailer. I stuck my head in there with the camera and it's really, really dark. So you just take my word for this. Everything basically to do with sleeping and being clothed goes in there. So I've got my bedding. I always keep like a boatload of extra, you know, collapsible or not collapsible, stuffable blankets so that we can stay warm when we need to. All of my clothes go in those mesh baskets, I don't know what you call them, on the sides, and then, you know, toiletries and socks and undies go up on the shelf. And that's pretty much it. It's basically just a rolling bed. So nothing really exciting in that part. I don't like keeping food in there at all. There is the very, very, very rare time that I'll feed the dogs in there. And I mean, that is very, very rare because I don't want that scent to get in there. And basically that's only if we're not in bear country, and we're not going to be in bear country for a while. But it's just sleeping and staying dressed. And finally to the galley. I made coffee. Oh, it should be done actually. Oh, it's like, where have you been? So now we're in the galley. This is all food prep and food storage for the most part. The odd time I will, sorry about that, the odd time I will take my food bins and I will put them in, is that a hummingbird? Sorry. We were at this place in also in BC, and I was just getting like dive bombed almost by hummingbirds, and then I thought I just saw one, like, oh, they're back to seek their vengeance. So this is all food prep, food storage, food, like everything. I even started keeping my table here. It just made more sense. So that's how that all goes, and I'll show you once it's all packed up and like organized, because right now it just looks like it, well, I'll show you right now because look at that, it's a disaster. Okay, so now I've got the galley all packed up, and this is how I would basically transport it. There is some stuff in here that I don't always bring. There is some stuff that I always bring. Like I don't always bring bread. Let's kind of tuck that there. Okay, so first aid, cleaning, spices and condiments, utensils, coffee, it's life, mugs, that's a tea, Korean and pepper flakes, instant coffee, matches, tin foil. This is all your dishes, so cleaning collapsible folding basins for cleaning, and I've got to get yourself one of these. They are awesome. Nesting pots, kettles. Don't use much of that, but I like it because it's compact. And here's my bowls and my plates. Bago potatoes because my background's Irish. And what do you call these? Kitchen waste bags. Vinegar from disinfecting. Cutting board. It's drying mat, whatever you want to call it. The Blackstone protein wraps. These are great. This is like breakfast type stuff. Ghee. And then various other food items. Another water jug. I had some I had some onions and corn chips. Before they went bad, I brought them with me because I'm not going across the border. And then just more dehydrated foods. And then obviously my 11-pound tank and my table. So I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is a big reason why I like having the mats. Because we are in bear country. And, oh hello. You know, you could help me by clean. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're not going to clean that up. Okay, cool, thanks. We are in bear country. I was reading the reviews on this place. And one of the reviews, they actually said they left early because a grizzly wandered through. I'm like, well, that's good to know. But that's why I always keep their food on the mat. This one. And then that, I forgot to mention, that goes in the front seat as well. Because, I mean, should it? I like to be able to offer them food quickly. And sometimes I can just hand it to them. I'm not really worried about getting, kibble pinged off the head. So, I know some people are going to tell me that I'm doing a lot of stuff wrong. But I've been doing this for like 10 years in some variation or another. And I haven't had any issues. I know that's not the excuse, but, it's all calculated risk as far as I'm concerned. Much like me not being caffeinated. Oh, it's so good. All right, I'm gonna pack up and I'll show you. I'm gonna show you everything when it's all ready to go. So the galley's all packed up. This is all packed up. I actually forgot that I had chalks. I had the chalks in. Don't always do that. I don't always chuck, but when I do, I almost forget about them. And then you'll see a nice, neat rear section. That's because I don't really, there's some valuable stuff back there. And I'm not super concerned that anyone's gonna track me down and be like, oh, hey, there's that lady with the dogs. She's got a drone. Let's break into the back. But, like the Blue Eddy has a really distinctive blue handle on it. That's kind of like, hey, look at me. And then we have, yes, I did take the, I'm always worried they'll forget the dog's lines. They're inside. Normally they would be harnessed in, but I think at the end of the road here, like right before you get onto the road to leave, there is an easier access to the creek that's behind us. At least, I saw a woman walk by with her dogs and she came back and they were all wet. So I'm assuming, so I'm going to see, hopefully we'll go there and give them another little leg stretch and a little swim and all that, and we'll be on our way. The best part about having a Lily-sized dog is that she fits right on the center console. She's like my little co-pilot. She's like, oh wait, no, hey, oh, excuse me. So that's what everything looks like. So that's how I pack my car up. That's how I organize things. The only, it's worked for me. It's worked for me. The only thing that I would consider changing is I would like to have a first aid kit immediately accessible to the driver, or at least to the people in the front. Just because right now I keep it in my safety kit because that makes sense. First aid, safety. But that's in the trunk. So I would like to ideally have something that I could grab as I'm running out of the car. I'm considering getting one of those soft-sided ones, basically just basic first aid, let's face it, likely it's going to be something like I come across a car accident and, you know, I need to stop bleeding. And that's kind of always been my big concern. So I might just get something like that and put it in a soft-sided case and maybe even just tuck it under the driver's seat. Maybe I'm just getting old. But like that sort of thing is occurring to me more and more often. That's it. Let me know what you think. Should I do that? Or do you think my little hard case first aid kit is good enough and I just have to remember to grab it from the back? What are your thoughts on my organizational system? I know I'm going to get grief about having stuff in the front seat, but let me know what you think. Am I overthinking it? Should I just keep everything in the back now that I'm getting more mature? Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I know I say that with every video, and there's a spider walking towards me. Hey, come here, bud. Come here. There you go. I don't want you to get lost or blow off. I don't have a problem with spiders. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I know I say it with every video, and that's because it's true. You took time to enjoy a tour of my setup. And if you have anything else that you'd like to see, any other videos that you have in mind, please let me know. Throw them in the comments. Check out the community posts. Sometimes we throw out ideas out there. And by we, I mean me, because the dogs don't have opposable thumbs and know how to type yet. The day that Lily figures out how to work Amazon is the day that I'm bankrupt. We'll see you out there. Safe travels. That is just too darn cute. Still wet from your swim. Are you sleeping? You slept all night. Well, you are breathing, that's all that matters. What are you doing, big man? Damn, dude, you are out. You had me worried there, bud. Oh, I'm sorry for being concerned. You go back to sleep now. The look of indignation. Oh my God, I feel so judged.